You know what? Bears get a rough go in Hollywood. They're always shown as half-ton killers. But let's not forget all the good bears in TV and film. Fozzie Bear, Yogi Bear, Pooh Bear, Sir Jorah Mormont. So I've had it with these icons being attacked. Even Stephen Colbert, for years, unprovoked, was attacking these noble creatures. And with all his lies, his incitement of hatred, Colbert, he's more popular than ever. In fact, he's now got one of the most powerful jobs in late-night television. That's just not right. Somebody doing something like that and being rewarded for it? Although I guess it's working for Donald Trump. And don't think for one second, Stephen, that I haven't noticed that your name has bear right in it. It would seem that recently we are in the cinematic era of bigger is better. Star Wars continues to redefine how big a blockbuster can get. The Hateful Eight was shot in beautiful 70mm Panavision, and both The Hateful Eight and The Revenant are almost 3 hours long. Bigger is better? Finally, an era that I can clearly be a part of. I'm like the Panavision of film theorists. And in order to get the true epic scope for which The Revenant was aiming, you have to go and shoot in the most beautiful country in the world. The only country that can give you raging rivers, untamed forest, and snow-kissed mountain ranges. Argentina? Because they shot part of this movie in Argentina. No, it's the true north, strong and free, Canada, who, just like New York in a Woody Allen film, becomes a character all on its own. Its majestic beauty and bounty can become provider for our characters, and yet its harshness can also play the role of antagonist. Plus, it's nice to see Canadian bears getting work. Much like me, I bet you were looking forward to seeing that bear, how Hugh Glass, played by Leonardo Dicaprio, survives the attack, comes back from the dead, and for the rest of the film, plots his revenge against Tom Hardy's John Fitzgerald for the murder of Glass's son. The problem is, that's not what The Revenant is about. It may be the premise of The Revenant, even defining what The Revenant means, supposedly a man coming back from the dead. However, The Revenant is as much about revenge as Lord of the Rings is about a volcano. The Revenant reminded me of another recent bigger is better film, that of In the Heart of the Sea, in the respect that both trailers for these films showed them to be non-stop action or revenge flicks, when in fact they were kind of slow-paced survival films. However, once you get over the fact that these films are not all revenge whales and bears, oh my! The Revenant successfully executes the story in a way that that whale movie never could, through compelling, understandable characters that you can relate to. Again, from the trailer you would only think that the story is about Glass and Fitzgerald. Vicious, bear-hating lies. There is a prevalent theme of family throughout The Revenant that gives the film some much-needed heart. Not only do we really understand the bond between Glass and his son, but Elk Dog, a native leader, mirrors the American story of revenge by trying to find his kidnapped daughter. Donald Gleason, who is having an amazing year with The Force Awakens and this film, also mirrors that theme of family as Captain Henry, a man who, while he has no blood relatives within the story, truly understands the fraternity of the men that he commands. Yet the character that was the most compelling was the guy who was only looking out for number one. Tom Hardy's Fitzgerald is one cold son of a bitch who is constantly antagonizing anyone he can on screen, and in a story filled with sympathetic and ethical men, he is one self-righteous bastard who can't even spell the word brother. What I love about Hardy's body of work is he clearly enjoys playing characters that have some sort of impediment. In The Revenant, he has a scalp wound from a previous native attack and a surly disposition. In The Dark Knight Rises, Bane had his scars and his incomprehensible accent. And even in Star Trek Nemesis, he had that horrible screenplay. That was just awful. But even with these strange personality traits and physical eccentricities, he never takes the character too far into caricature. He always stops just shy, making most of these characters iconic. And for adding another one of these amazing iconic characters to an already long list, Tom Hardy is The Revenant's for the win. Since the theme seems to be bigger and longer is better, don't know if I should touch that one. The double entendre, I mean. We need to talk about director Alejandro Inaritu's trademark style. In 2014, his Birdman was loved by audiences and critics alike because of the use of the long take, how he took endless shot after endless shot and seemingly made the film seamless. In The Revenant, he often tried to repeat these long takes, but knowing that this was something that he was previously praised for, something that at least contributed to him winning the Oscar for Birdman, it had me asking, is this something that truly helps tell the story better? Is this something he's trying to merely make one of his trademarks? Or is it merely something he's repeating because people liked it the first time? However, you cannot question Inaritu's direction in this beautiful, sweeping epic. While The Revenant may not have the rewatchability factor due to some severe slow pacing issues, it is a great cinematic experience, with a compelling enough story and a cast that is clearly invested in the roles that they are given. It is a story and a film that I think everyone should see at least once, and it is and earn it. Poll question, what is your favorite revenge story? As always, leave your answers in the comments section below. Be sure to subscribe to Real School, follow me on Twitter, and of course, if you get anything out of Real School, you can always give a little back. Just click the link and you can become a Real School patron. But until next time, school's out.